This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the LG Marquee on Sprint. It's available now for only $99, and its claim to fame is its incredible Nova display. This is an IPS technology display, and LG, certainly being a TV and display manufacturer, knows a lot about displays, and this is just incredibly bright. They claim 700 nits of brightness, which would be even brighter than the iPhone. And I can tell you, usually we set brightness to maximum when we record these reviews to show off the display best. And we're actually using this at about 1/3 brightness for this video because it is really bright. And bright is one thing, but colorful and pleasing and sharp is another. And this is all of those things. It's not just that it's bright, that can look pretty crappy. This, as you can see, is incredibly colorful, really sharp. You just want to keep looking at this thing, honestly. Is that nice? Other than that, it's kind of your average mid-range Android phone. It's very light. It's made of plastic. It's attractive looking, simple black bar kind of design. Nothing on this side. You've got your micro USB port up top underneath the sliding door. Power button, headphone jack, microphone. Volume controls here and your camera button. And this is where you grab it to pull the back off here, and the back is super shiny metal looking with some stripes. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Samsung Focus somehow. And so it's a nice looking phone. Believe me, this will not stay nice looking long. You're going to want to wipe it down pretty frequently. And it's a light phone, and it has Android OS 2.3.4 Gingerbread that supports Google Video Chat. And it runs on a 1 GHz TI-OMAP CPU with PowerVR 530 graphics. So it's mid-range in performance. Quadrant's about 1100. That's not so impressive, but the phone feels decent enough on use. Other features include a 5-megapixel camera on the back that we saw with an LED flash, and LG's also quite good at cameras, so it takes pretty pleasing shots. And we have a front video chat camera as well. Capacitive touch buttons here. And usual Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS. This is an EVDO Rev A 3G phone with service on Sprint. It is neither a World phone nor a WiMAX phone. And it uses Sprint ID. You can see we have our little Sprint ID shortcut here, so you can install Sprint ID packs on it. And we've just put the standard Sprint pack on there because otherwise you don't get any Sprint application. This is a very vanilla phone out of the box. In fact, the UI here is pretty much just standard basic Android. And we've got all the Sprint apps like Sprint Mobile Wallet, Sprint Music Plus, Sprint Radio, Sprint Movies and TV, Sprint Zone. And those all came from the Sprint ID Sprint pack, the basic Sprint pack. You've also got Sprint Football on here, and of course you can switch to other ID packs if you want. It's an MS Office compatible suite here. It's Polaris Office. And you can see here that it works with cloud-based services as well, and you can create a new document, Word, Excel, PowerPoint compatible. And it's working on that, and you've got the formatting toolbar down here. So that's a pretty full-featured version of Polaris Office, and it's definitely good for not just viewing, but editing and creating documents if you wish on your phone. Given the 4-inch display, not sure how much time you're going to spend actually creating Office documents, but at least it is bright and sharp. Resolution, by the way, is 480 by 800 pixels, which is pretty much a standard Android resolution. No QHD here, that's okay. We don't really need a higher resolution on a 4-inch phone because it gets to be really hard to see text. The phone comes with a 2 gig micro SD card, and there's about 2.75 gigs of internal storage available. And to get into it, you just grab here and yank off the plastic bag. And there you have 1500 milliamp battery. Battery life's pretty good on this since it's just a straight 3G phone, by the way. Here's your micro SD card slot. Again, 2 gig cards included. You can use a higher capacity card up to 32 gigs. And there's your speaker grill underneath. Performance on the phone is okay. Again, it's a mid-range CPU. Occasionally you'll notice some lag, but nothing that's too terrible. And it can handle things like 720p video playback. And we're going to check out some videos we have here. This is a 720p high-profile video. The high profile is generally pretty challenging. Increase the volume a little bit. Speaker not so loud. Definitely playing just fine. And we've got good lip sync here too. Well, that's a good thing because with a screen like this, you're going to want to watch videos. Got Sprint TV on board. That's the usual Mobi TV powered offering with streaming and live content. And this service is streamed over Sprint's 3G network. The phone has pretty good reception, by the way. LG generally does pretty well with CDMA reception, and reception's fine on this. And we'll just check out some on-demand content. We'll watch a clip from Psych. You can, of course, get full episodes of Psych and other USA shows and some other networks as well. And that's about average performance for Sprint TV. Not the ultra sharpest thing we've ever seen, but there's reasonably good lip sync and not too much blockiness. So that's Sprint TV. The phone dialer here is pretty basic, no fancy stuff like a shortcut to your call log up top like HTC phones have, but you do get really big buttons here, quick access to your voicemail, and access to favorites, all contacts, and the call log. Pretty much your standard Android stuff here. Call quality is just okay on it. It's not a very loud phone. If you're going to use this in very noisy locations, you're definitely going to want a headset or to use that speakerphone. And voices are a little bit muted sounding, I would say. Not super duper clarity. Not terrible phone, but not among the best. Not as good as, say, as the Evo Design 4G by HTC that we just reviewed recently. In terms of software, as we said, LG really didn't do too much to Android, and that's not a bad thing either. You get a very basic standard experience here. The widgets that we have here are mostly actually Sprint-provided ones, like Sprint Account Management, and standard Google ones. You have the usual multi-page home screen. It's a standard Google Android OS feature. If you're looking for a pocketable Android phone with one of the best displays, if not the best display we've seen on a phone, this really even gives Apple's Retina display a run for the money. The LG Marquee is certainly a good pick. For $99, it's a very nice phone. It's capable. It has the latest Android operating system, reasonably good performance, again, beautiful display. If you're looking to spend a little more money, though, things get interesting, of course, because Sprint has a lot of nice high-end phones lately. They've got the Epic 4G Touch, the Galaxy S2 phone, and they've also got the Evo Design 4G for those of you who are budget conscious but do want WiMAX. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review. Visit our website for the full review of the LG Marquee on Sprint.